After I saw the news that the 3DS store was going to be closing, I panicked. So I thought, why not make a video, show the collection I already have, and then also show you what I've bought since I found out that the 3DS store was going to be closing, because there's a lot of games that I still don't have that I really want. So let's get into it. So my name is Courtney and my channel name of course is Courtney. It's because of the Pokemon Courtney. So the first Nintendo 3DS I got was the classic turquoise blue. Is this turquoise? The blue one. So it's still in pretty decent condition, to be honest. I remember getting this for Christmas and thinking it was the coolest thing ever because of the 3D. And then I think I used the 3D once and I just never touched it again. So yeah, so that was my first ever 3DS and I love it. The second 3DS console that I got was with an Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer. No, that's a lie. I'm lying. It didn't come with this. The second 3DS I ever got was the Pikachu Party Edition, and this came as a bundle with Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, I believe. I mean, just look at it. Ah, it's so cute. And then inside it's got the kind of retro coloured buttons. All Pikachu on the back. Okay, it came with Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, which is digitally on the system. And the final addition to my 3DS consoles is this beautiful, beautiful baby. So it's actually a 2DS. It's a 2DS XL, I believe, and you can tell it's got Pikachu's face on it, and it's absolutely massive. I just can't cope with it, it's so cute. And his nose is like raised, like it goes up here. It came with the box and everything. I mean, I think I got that for a really good price. I got that for under £100, which I think for that console is very good. So that's all my consoles, my 3DS, 2DS consoles. So moving on from the consoles, I will show you the games that I have very recently bought because I knew that the 3DS store was closing. This doesn't really make any sense because everything that I have bought is like a physical copy. When I can, I prefer to buy physically, and if I can't get it physically, then I might buy digitally. So the first game that I got since finding this out was Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga and Bowser's Minions. So I played this game on the Game Boy Advance. It was one of the first games I ever played. I didn't realise this was the exact same game, but just like on the 3DS. I honestly didn't realise. So when I started playing this, I was like, oh, this is really similar to the first game. It's the exact same game. The only difference is there's like something with Bowser's Minions, which I haven't got to yet. The case isn't pristine. There is a few marks on it, but I don't care that much. Second game I've got since finding out the store is going to be closing is Super Mario 3D Land. I have never played this on the 3DS, however I did play it on the Wii U, which I really enjoyed. I thought it was really fun, so again, it's in pretty decent condition. I haven't played this one yet, but I am looking forward to. There is a running theme here, clearly. Next up is Mario and Luigi Dream Team Brothers. I don't know why I wanted this one. I just did. Case is in pretty good condition. Have never played this. Honestly, couldn't even tell you what it's about. I'm assuming it's something to do with dreams. Like, maybe, just maybe. It reminds me of the mini game. It reminds me of the mini game that you have. I don't know what game it was. Like a Spot the Difference. No, it's not Spot the Difference. It's find a certain character within. I'm going to include a clip because this is exactly what this reminds me of. So last but not least in the games that I very recently bought is Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. And I'm very, very happy with this pickup. It's one that I was gonna get when it first came out and I just never ever did. I've surprisingly never played Majora's Mask, but I think years and years ago when I was much younger, I was put off by the timer aspect of it, so I just never ever played it. I don't know what the game's about. I know there's a timer and there's a scary moon guy. So yeah, like I'm just really excited to play this one. Okay, moving on to games that I already had, but I'll show you them anyway. Not all of these games are in good condition, and I'll explain why. So firstly we have Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer. This game came with the Animal Crossing thing, so it came with this like 3DS holder. It's actually pretty big inside. It comes with a pouch to hold your 3DS, 4 slots up here for games, and a pouch for amiibo cards, which I actually really like and I actually do use. At the moment, I've been using it to store games, which is really probably, I don't know if you can see that, probably not the best. It's very handy and I use it quite a lot actually. Controversial take incoming here. We have Pokemon Ultra Moon. I couldn't finish this game. I just couldn't. I think, which is bad straight away. Like, you know, if you can't remember if you finished it, that is a bad game. Well, to me. But I can't remember if I disliked this one or Alpha Sapphire more. It's a good one to have in my collection, to be honest, and I'm not mad that I have it. Just, you know, didn't rate it. Completely opposite to that Pokemon game, we have Pokemon Ultra, nope. We have Pokemon Y, which I absolutely loved. I got it from Tesco and they were giving me 3 Ultra Balls inside. But yeah, really loved Pokemon Y. I really do want to replay this. The case is pretty battered on this one. We now have the game that the case just, it didn't make it. We got Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time and just the case is absolutely, oh my lord. I would see people selling games like in this condition online or whatever and I'd be like, how do your games get into that state? Like how? But now mine's have got into that state and I'm like, it was a mistake. It was an absolute accident. I still have the game, which is the most important bit. This was the first Zelda game that I ever played. It has a special place in my heart. Next we have an absolute great game. We have Harvest Moon, A New Beginning. I have many feelings on this game, many of which are not positive whatsoever, but I'm happy still to have it in my collection. It's just not a good game. I tried so hard to enjoy it and I just couldn't. We have a game that is an absolute banger, Tomodachi Life. If you haven't played this game, you need to. The only negative that I have about this game is that there isn't enough replayability. Once you've done a bit of everything, like the want to go back and do it all over again isn't really there. However, it's just so funny. It's just such a funny game. Honestly, wish they would release it on Switch. The classic Animal Crossing. Compared to New Horizons, there was just so much flavour and spice in New Leaf. I can't put it into words, but the villages in New Horizons are just so bland and boring. It's not as good as Wild World in my opinion, but I love this game so much and I still play it to this day. Another Mario one, we've got Super Mario Bros. 2. You know, it speaks for itself. It's the very classic side-scroll style. I don't know why this one's in a yellow box. I never actually questioned that. And last but not least, which is definitely the case because I feel like I'm missing a lot of games here. Nintendogs and Cats. Classic. This game shook me to my core when it came out because there was cats in it and I just thought it was so freaking cool that there was cats. This was another one of the first games that I got when I got my 3DS. I think it was Nintendogs and Cats and Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. But yeah, that's my collection. While I do feel like I'm missing some, and probably as soon as I turn off this camera I'm gonna find more games at the back of my shelf. However, I can always make another video. So if you have any recommendations for games that I should pick up before the 3DS store closes, because I really want to get a lot more games. There's a lot that I haven't played ever, like Monster Hunter, never played it. Dragon Quest, you know the ones. So I hope you enjoyed this video and please do leave me your 3DS game recommendations down below. Until next time, goodbye.